Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another Tesla weekly video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. So in this video, I want to touch on a couple of numbers out of China. Ron Barron's interview this week talking about Tesla, the next Tesla Model 2, the price, and especially the timeline on that. The HSBC analyst with a obviously price target that did not get well received by a lot of Tesla investors. And then just the overall sentiment around Tesla, around the industry right now. So first up here, the HSBC analyst Michael Tyndall initiated coverage of Tesla on Thursday with a reduce or sell rating and $146 price target, implying a 33% drop in Tesla price back then. Now, how does he get to that valuation? Well, we get a picture right here, but first, he says here HSBC views Tesla differently than conventional car makers because it has already become a cost leader in the EV space, and with its growth ambitions, it will likely remain the leader for some time. So why the reduced price target? Well, he basically thinks that the stock has gone up too fast and the fundamentals probably are not following at the same pace. So he basically gets sales and profit of automotive at 39% right now of the valuation of $277 billion, energy 16%, $114 billion, and then others at 2%. Then moving on to currently no sales and profit, that's 17% Dojo supercomputer, that's $121 billion, FSD or fully automated vehicles, 14%, $104 billion, and then Optimus, 12%, $83 billion, and that's how he basically got to his price target. Now again, this is interesting because most people that do have a sell rating and a very low, not very low, but a low price target, usually don't take all of this into consideration, right? Usually this stays at zero and all of the valuation is based on automotive and energy. So, hey, I mean, maybe this analyst is going to be a good one for the future. Then we had some comments from Ron Barron, of course, very optimistic for Tesla's future. And then he did hint at a $25,000 car that could be released or could be made 1 year and a half from now. Now, everybody that heard that was like, that's extremely fast. That means at the end of 2024, mid-2025, sooner than expected. Now, maybe that's just the start of production. Maybe it's not ramping up of production. We don't know. But for those that are surprised, for those that ask, oh, how is that possible? Don't they have to build a factory to build those cars? Well, remember, we will start in Austin first. Then they'll copy that into other factories. So yes, it is possible. 1 year, 1.5 years from now, we could be seeing a so-called Model 2, a $25,000 car. Who knows? Pretty exciting. He also added that Tesla thinks they could make 5 million cars, 5 million Model 2s each and every year. I mean, if that's going to be possible, that could be truly remarkable. Remember, the goal for 2030 is 20 million cars. I think it's a bit far-fetched, but hey, if in 1.5 years from now we could be starting already with the Model 2 production, who knows? Now, there are some people that say, oh, why is Tesla so obsessed with the $25,000 car? Why is everybody so obsessed with that model? I've seen some comments saying that. I mean, they're saying, are you so excited to go buy a $250 phone when there are $1,000 phones out there? Which, I mean, this comparison just doesn't make any sense. Lots of people can buy $1,000 phones each year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I rarely meet people that can buy $25,000 cars, $30,000, $40,000 cars each and every year or every 2 years. Usually you buy your car and you hope that you stay with the same car for a long, long time. So that comparison of, oh, they're lowering the prices. I mean, are you also excited when another product with a lower price comes out? Well, first of all, yes. If it's a very good product at a very good price, then of course I'll go and get that. If it's not a good product at a lower price, then no. But of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. So if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, would really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Now, one interesting thing that the car dealership guy found out is that apparently Tesla has quietly started listing new vehicles on Cars.com. Obviously, Tesla has never sold new cars outside of its main website. So, I mean, could this be a new form of advertising? maybe Elon did comment on that and saying that, well, it's the first time he's hearing of it. But then again, I don't think he's in charge of all the marketing action at the companies. I mean, the guy is running a couple of companies. So yes, this could have gone under his radar. But hey, I mean, there's a lot of traffic going through cars.com. So listings those cars there could be interesting, or cars.com have a good referral link and they want to make an extra buck or two thanks to that. Could be, but hey, I mean, remains to be seen how this ends. Then we've got some numbers out of the United States. So it's estimated that there were 51,000 sales in October. That's a 4.2 market share. Tesla is the 9th best-selling brand. This is the second best first month of the quarter. And year to date, it's up 35% over the same period last year. Then in the UK, there were reported 2,677 Tesla sales, a 1.7% market share in October. 71% of that was Model Y. Year to date, it's up 80% over the same period last year. Then moving on to China. So for the week October 30 to November 5th, China reported 14,000 insurance registrations. That's down 7% quarter over quarter, but still up 39% year over year. And of course, right now, the momentum is starting to pick up, of course, with the launch of the new Model 3. Now, currently, the new Model 3 Highland is ranked 9th last week in the weekly sales of Chinese cars. But of course, I do expect them to go up that ranking moving on. Then as for Tesla Shanghai wholesales for October, those were 72,115. So those are split into 28,626 local sales and 43,489 exports. As for the local sales, those were 2,273 Model 3s and 26,353 Model Ys. When it comes to the exports, 22,678 Model 3s and 20,800 Model Ys. Then touching back on the sales for the month of October in China, so 28,626. Model Y, the top 10 best-selling cars. 92% was Model Ys of those sales, 8% Model 3s. Year to date, it's up 39% over the same period last year. So despite all the noise, I think things are going okay, all things considered. Now, during the week, there was also a podcast. Elon came on, Lex Friedman. They talked a lot about, well, Tesla, humanoid robots, AI, you name it, X, Grok, etc., etc. If you want, you can go watch that. Lots of interesting tidbits as well. Farzad covered a couple of interesting topics on that. If you want to watch that, go on his channel. Then last couple of things here, of course, towards the end of the month, November 30, the launch of the Cybertruck. Expect to see a lot of videos, a lot of pictures of Cybertrucks everywhere. Probably lots of YouTubers going to do some reviews as well. There will probably be the same thing as they did with the Model 3. When the Model 3 gets announced officially, suddenly all those channels pump out those videos. So stay tuned for that. Now, with regards to the chart, we are now, well, again, hovering around that same area right here, $220. Of course, right now we're a bit lower, $214. But still, that area right now, as you can see with that blue line between 200 and 220, remains an area where Tesla will fluctuate in these volatile times. Now, the 200-day moving average is still at $230, $229 or so. RSI still pretty neutral. Again, towards the end of the month, there is going to be that event for the Cybertruck. Usually when a big event happens, it has an impact on the stock, even though we are already anticipating that to happen. So it's just the way the market works. There might also be a Starship launch next week. So of course, if things go badly, as we've seen previously, hopefully nothing goes badly, but if it does, somehow it does have an effect on Tesla stock. So keep that in mind. Overall, that will be it for the weekly recap. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.